What up, Nim? You in the building? What
Yes,
up?
finally. Got lots
Your
of.
connection is mad shaky, man. The government does not like you. They never have, never
I've been
will.
sharing too much
Ev-
crypto information.
Nah, ever since you went to Cuba. That's what started it. And once you got on the Cuba watch list, you went to Cuba before it was popular to go to Cuba. No
That's
bueno.
true.
No bueno. All right. You want to do the intro? You want to set us off?
Okay, so welcome everybody to All Things Crypto. We do this every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we talk about all things crypto. We talk about crypto altcoins. We talk about Metaverse. We give away so much great knowledge for absolutely free on this Wednesday night. We answer questions. So if you have questions, you can come on and ask us any question. We're here to answer your questions. And hold on one second. And so, like, that's what we're here to do. We're here to help out, answer questions. We know way more about crypto than most people. I'm changing my filters. That looks weird. Then a lot of the people that you guys are giving your money to. So just tune in and we'll help you build up your crypto knowledge, crypto information, and hopefully help you make some money. But we are not financial advisors.
I am not a financial advisor.
So this is all things crypto. Shout out to Joyful Raven, and shout out to I am She Diddy and everything like that, so we can learn more about crypto. Also too, if you can't tune in right now, or you can't stay for the whole thing, but you want to get crypto knowledge, we bear with me and us, but we are posting stuff on YouTube. It's just taking us a little while. So at least we have the page up now. It's taking us a little while to post everything on YouTube and get
YouTube is hating too. They hating because we giving the knowledge. They don't want us to learn nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they hating. How YouTube hate? YouTube and Instagram hating. What's up with that?
I don't know. That's just our life.
Day in the life. But yeah, so shout out to President Biden because now he's basically saying crypto is good. We're going to look into it because he also could have banned crypto.
Yeah, he could have.
So he didn't ban it. So, like I said, it's about to pop. They see a way to make money in this thing, and they're going to jump on it. That's why we started this whole platform anyway, because we're at the beginning of this whole movement. Imagine you could have invested in Apple when Steve Jobs was in his garage. Imagine you could have invested in Amazon when Jeff Bezos was just selling books. That's what this crypto thing is doing right now. So, Biden basically said, yo, it's a goal. Let's see how we can make money off of crypto. And that's what this channel is for us to spread the information we have, for you guys to give us the information you have, because we don't know everything. And then we're going to figure out how to, like, meet at the top. You know what I'm saying? You froze up. They be hating on them so bad. Once you change the name to Crypto K, once you went to Cuba, forget about it, yeah. So, once again, it's tax season for all of y'all. So, the taxes is also very shaky with the IRS and everything, because the IRS does not really know how to tax. Because if you buy something on Coinbase and move it to your personal wallet, they don't know if you paid somebody or you moved it to your personal wallet. So it's really a lot of shakiness going on. Let me re-invite them back in. They I told you they hating on the player, but taxes is pretty shaky. But from what my knowledge is, if you just buying crypto and didn't sell any, you don't have to pay taxes. And if you do sell your crypto, if you hold it for a year, you pay less taxes. All right, you're back, man. I don't know why they hating on you, but go ahead, man. I'm
Yeah,
just
they
talking
kind
my
of
talk.
are. I was gonna say, yeah. So you talked a little about Axie Affinity, and I have Axie, but let's talk a little bit about crypto news. Just the things that are going on today, like this week in crypto. So, okay, so I'm just gonna go do a news rundown. Is that cool with you, Moo? Okay,
Thumbs
so
up.
they just did a new survey, and the new survey shows that U.S. investors are 2 times more likely to invest in Bitcoin than gold. So it was only of 1,000 people, so it's like a small survey, but the numbers look promising. So out of 1,000 people, 11% own gold, 26% own Bitcoin, and 56% own stocks. Bitcoin ownership has increased 3 times, while stocks and gold are flat. So so actually gold ownership is going down, Bitcoin ownership is going up. So a lot of people are thinking, like, they're saying that Bitcoin is a new gold. Like, people are more likely to invest in Bitcoin and hodl it as a hedge against inflation and other things than gold. So the Bitcoin ownership has dramatically increased. So in 2018, people own 2%. This group of 1,000 people own 2%. 21, they own 6%. In July, just 6 months later in December, it went from 6% to 26%. So just imagine what that number looks like now and what it's going to look like in a year. So I just encourage everybody to buy Bitcoin, just like Moose said. So a lot of businesses are now moving into NFT space. They're buying NFTs. So just understand that, like, I don't think NFTs are like what you should buy on your own unless you're an art NFT connoisseur. But NFTs are a part of the whole crypto thing. So if you're launching a business on crypto, you need to have an NFT with it. So like that's going to be your new logo, quote unquote. So the NFT is like the new logo, and but it's more of a smart logo. So it has smart contracts attached to it. It has things you can do attached to it. But an NFT is becoming like a logo or like a branding method. But it has a lot of things that you can do with your NFT. So it's like a living logo, I would say. So next up is that, well, we knew this, but you can do alternative financing with crypto. We'll talk about that more a little bit later, like yield farming and staking. And then, so we talked about this a little bit.
Talk about it again, man. You know, you got to hear it a couple of times before you learn it. You feel me?
Okay. Well, what I was going to say is that, so just know that like there's just a lot of changes happening with crypto or what have you. I'll go back to it. We talked.
Shout out to Lynch Mob for life. Lynch Mob. Yeah. Ice-T is his favorite rapper. Yo, Lynch Mob, what happened to Mac 11? What was his name? Mac 10? What happened to him, man?
Chicago.
Put in the comments what happened to Mac 10. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We used to call Mac 10 back in the day Wax 10. But sorry, but
he had a couple of verses though. He had a couple of verses. You know what I mean?
But Ice Cube was the man, though. I'll tell you that.
No doubt. No doubt.
That's basically it. I mean, you talked about what happened when Axie got hacked. But Axie, I don't know if you talked about it, but Axie actually had is gonna reimburse everybody. So
Axie better.
But other people just don't. They're just like, you lost, like OpenSea. When OpenSea got hacked, they were like,
but you gotta understand, they have to reimburse everybody because people are gonna leave and never come back. So they're like, yo, I trust you more if I lose my money and you reimburse me. Because actually it's worth
some domestic
mad money. What are you doing over there? What happened?
I'm doing some domestic duties.
I don't know what you're doing. Oh man, you don't even know what happened to Mac 10. Sorry about that, Lynch Mob. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go listen to some old Mac 10 tonight, man.
What did he say?
For real.
What did he say about Mac 10?
He's not even sure what happened to him. I think he said Lynch Mob say think he saw him at working at a Walmart.
I thought he married or had a baby with
Yeah, wasn't he with T-Boz? Word. He was with T-Boz. Yeah, I gotta research my man. But yeah, so like I said, once again, Axie Infinity got hacked for the $600 million. They said they're gonna give my man his money back because it only makes business sense. Because Axie Infinity and that whole movement is going to try to be like $1 trillion business. So of course you want to give, and he's probably not going to get the whole $600 million back. Y'all know how they do. They're like, we're gonna pay you back. Then they end up paying $200 million back, and people are happy they got anything back. So we don't trust them until we see the receipts. You know what I mean?
So I have Infinity, and it didn't drop more than anything else though. Like, so people weren't really flexing about it. Like, people weren't stressing.
People ain't know about it though. People don't care, and people ain't know. You know? Well, nobody's panicking.
OpenSea, like OpenSea had a huge hack, and so did Metaverse, but they never paid their people back. So I have to respect the ones that like something like that happens to, and they're committed to like paying people back.
Yeah, but we don't trust them yet either until they pay them back. They said they're going to pay them back. We don't trust them. We don't love them. Still not loving police.
What was I gonna say?
Just because you said it don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to see if Axie start paying them back.
Yeah, but it's happened too soon. You know what I mean? $600 million is hard to pay back. Because that's a lot of money.
But these people have so much money. But that's a lot of money, man.
Yeah. So,
and that's because these smart contracts have such holes in them. That's the problem. It's like a lot of these contracts are running on Ethereum, but there's some, like you said this a long time ago, that this, okay, so just for those who don't, we're going to give some information. So there's blockchains, right? So Bitcoin runs on a blockchain. It's like a train track, and then Ethereum built off of that their own train track off of Bitcoin. And then like these token coins are like the I guess they're like the little trains actually on top of them. So Ethereum built like its own blockchain off of a Bitcoin, right? And so, but there's a lot of holes in these smart contracts that Ethereum, the people who are using Ethereum and Polygon are navigating through. So what Ethereum's trying to do with its new version coming up is to try to like fix some of these smart contract issues that hackers can kind of find a loophole and steal all the money. So you think, so there's protocols in place on these blockchains. So there's nodes and computers, they're just running on these nodes and these protocols, right? They're just running on these nodes and these protocols. And so once the hacker knows how the protocol works, it'll find like a glitch or a loophole in that protocol that the computer is running, and it'll make the computer think it's sending money to a verified contract, but it's really a hacker sending it to themselves. So that's what's going on. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's the problem with this whole movement. This movement is brand spanking new. So of course, there are mad loopholes that hackers can attack, and that's the whole problem. The dude, Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank, was basically talking about how he can't wait for this stuff to get on an exchange, for it to be indexed. Because when it's indexed, and shout out to the modern investor Ian Dunlap, he always talks about 2 index, 2 techs, right? Once crypto gets indexed, now it won't be as volatile. So he basically said, invest now. There's mad volatility in this market. For those who don't know volatility, it just means it could be $2 a day, $2,000 tomorrow, $5 the next day. Mad volatile. But he said once it gets indexed, especially specifically on the stock market, then it's going to balance out and actually be a great investment. So he said he'd rather invest now while it's volatile, because once it gets indexed, that's where the money's at. To invest early while it's shaky. And then when it gets actually approved by the stock exchange, S&P 500 and all of them, now you're making all the money. And now that's generational wealth.
They just put in a file for index and things like that. So there's, I mean, that's definitely on the table. They're just waiting for the SEC. So it seems to me that basically America has decided to embrace crypto. They're just trying to figure out how to make sure the old heads get the money off of it.
Of course. They're
like,
not giving up their power. You know what I'm saying? The banks ain't trying to give up their power.
I understand it. And they try to stop it, but they couldn't stop it. So it's like, if you can't beat them, join them.
Yep. So now they're going to try to buy it all. They're buying, as well as buying all of crypto. Go ahead.
No, Mr.
It's a delay. Sorry.
Huh?
It's a delay. Sorry. That's why I keep cutting over you. It's a delay, but go ahead.
Fine. Mr. Wonderful said something that I thought was interesting, too. He was talking about Tesla, right? So it made me think. He said that his son interned at Tesla as like an engineer or something, right? And he said, Dad, you should really invest in Tesla. And he said that, excuse me. He said that, Dad, he was like, you should invest in Tesla. You have a lot of money. So, and his dad was like, Mr. Wonderful was like, I will never invest in Tesla. That's a car, like what electric cars sound stupid. He said, no, you don't understand. He said, you're stupid because you don't understand what Tesla is. He said, Tesla is a data. It's not a car. He said, it's not an electric car service. It's a data service. He said, every time a Tesla sells a car, it is mapping out the roads so it can feed data information back to the algorithm for automated cars. So self-driving cars. So basically, every time you drive your Tesla, you are mapping out roads and roadways and sending that back to Tesla headquarters or whatever. And then they're creating like all the roads so they can put out this automated car. Like that doesn't even
that is dope. But I didn't know that either.
But I want to pay attention to that. So what I'm saying is that, so if that's what Tesla's doing, if they're not really a electric car, if they're getting data and information off of you just driving your car, and that's really what they're doing, what the hell do we think the metaverse is doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll get into the metaverse in a second. You got to relax. Let's go step by step. You got to relax.
But I'm saying, let's make the connection.
Yeah.
It's all about data. We know Facebook is all about
It's all about data.
Then what is the metaverse collecting? What data is the metaverse collecting?
Well, everything. Obviously, they could see your whole room. You map your room before you could even use the Oculus joint. Yeah.
They do that. I have a Roomba, and it does that. My Roomba is my house.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. To make sure you're safe, you got to map the room to make sure you don't bump into anything when you put the goggles on. You know what I mean?
On TikTok, they don't seem safe.
Nah, they don't care. Sometimes you bump into stuff. Sometimes you bump your head. It's okay.
So yeah. So
But yeah, I love that because you're right. Now we got to look at it as every company is all about data. So what the whole decentralized thing is, and Web3 is, Web3 protects your data. So you'll have nobody can get your data with Web3 unless you get permission. That's the point. But you're right. Every single thing right now is about data, 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 data. So Tesla, it does make sense that they're mapping everything for you data-wise. And like you said, with the metaverse, they're doing the exact same thing because the most important, the money now is data. That's the money. That's what Facebook has been doing for years. Cambridge Analytica said they had 5,000 data points during that election, the Trump election, 5,000 data points on every user of Facebook. I don't know 5,000 things about myself. How you got 5,000 data points? So now, but they've taken that knowledge because what a computer does is create the algorithm, and then quantum computing is here is not mainstream yet either. So we're like at the forefront of all of this. That's why I like invest in quantum computing, invest in space exploration, invest in crypto, because this is all things crypto, but really it's all things future. Because we're beginning the precipice now of what the future is going to be, and it's not mapped out yet, literally. So why you can't miss the boat? You know what I mean?
I feel you on that because in terms of Web3, talking about Web3, so let's shift a little bit. I definitely feel like in terms of data, like it's just crazy because they're watching eye movements. They're watching in terms of the metaverse. They're basically tracking your eye movements. They're tracking your hand movements. They're tracking like where you go to, like everything, like what you're thinking about, like what you like it's crazy. And then so they know like you're building your little architecture in the metaverse, and then like you're building your house, like, oh, she likes white drapes. Now it's gonna be a commercial in the metaverse for white drapes. You just click on that little NFT, that white drape NFT, and it's gonna open up, and you can go ahead and buy your white drapes while you're in the metaverse. But I would say that I think this is a philosophical thing. I think the metaverse started when TV started. Because metaverse is like once you start watching TV, it was like a visual book that you can escape into a story. Like, right. So books are like the original where you escape, but you use your imagination. But TVs like create this this reality that's not real. Like my daughter was talking about one of her friends wasn't nice to her and she's little. And I was like, well, honey, and she was like, well, and then she started referencing a TV show where one of the ponies or whatever was so nice and sweet. I'm like, well, honey, that's TV. And I started thinking, I was like, Dad, that's like the metaverse. It's like she's looking at TV and saying, well, this reality isn't matching. And so now she's discontent. And I feel like that's what's happening is the metaverse is just like, we're so discontent with the reality of our lives. We don't know how to change reality the way we want to. We don't know how to adjust it. We're not happy. And so the more unhappy you are, I think the more you're going to go to the metaverse to find your reality. And then people are going to capitalize off of that. And it's going to
the more unhappy you are, you mean? The more unhappy you are.
The more unhappy you are, the more you're going to be driven to the metaverse because there you can have like your wife. If you don't think she's attractive enough, you can have a fine woman, or if your husband, you can have that.
We're gonna be smashing in the metaverse real soon, Let me ask you a question. If I'm married and I can have sex in the metaverse, is that cheating on my wife?
See, that's the thing. I don't know because I think it is, but like in the court of law, is it? You know what I'm saying?
Like, in the court of law, it's definitely not. There's no laws.
And then when are we gonna and right now, like if somebody steals your crypto, like what are the laws for that? Like if somebody comes in and steals your crypto, hacks into your smart contract, and you know who it is, are there any laws set up to protect you from that? I mean, maybe.
I don't think so.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like maybe it's not even considered legal tender, so it'd have to be an asset class. So it's going to be interesting to see how things kind of change and how the laws come enact. And so that's going to be interesting. I think we give a lot of good information to help people understand this stuff before the laws come in, and then you don't understand it, and then they don't share information at all. So I don't know, but that's my metaverse story. I think the metaverse is going to be very interesting. But I don't know, what does our audience think about the metaverse? Is our audience?
Yeah, y'all could definitely ask some questions. My first thing I think the metaverse was playing Xbox, and you're sitting in the Call of Duty waiting room. So now you're talking to people in the room, and then when you go in the room, then you're actually sharing the same experience. Yeah. So because now the metaverse is putting on goggles, or whatever, and now you can see the room in 3D and you have an immersive experience. You know what I mean? I don't know. My joint is mad.
What?
Am I sounding good to you? Because I hear like a mad echo on my thing.
A little bit of an echo, but I can hear you.
Yeah, man. Hating
So,
on the play.
all right, today, man, I was ripping and running, but I want to give people a little bit of information. But I think, like, I could definitely see, like, PlayStation and Xbox, like, because I remember when everybody say, like, you can't make money off of gaming. Well, that's clearly has changed. You know what I'm saying? But I was going to say that just a little, okay, so this is just, like, some knowledge you don't know. Sometimes I think people know, but they don't know. Like, let's say you want to give somebody Bitcoin, because we had people on here last week or a couple weeks ago that said, like, I don't know what to do. I'm trying to tell people about, you know, crypto and Bitcoin and you know, they're not listening. Well, they don't have to listen.
They don't got to listen to you.
On your Cash App, you can actually send and buy crypto on your Cash App. So, like,
Bitcoin, not crypto, right? Just Bitcoin, right?
Just Bitcoin, only Bitcoin. So if you look at your Cash App, on the right-hand side, you'll see the B for Bitcoin. And then you can just take that and you can send Bitcoin or you can buy Bitcoin. Now, I wouldn't recommend, hold on. I wouldn't recommend, if you're trying to do it for yourself, like, I wouldn't recommend necessarily, like, purchasing crypto or Bitcoin on a Cash App for you. But if you just want to have a little Cash App, like a Cash App, and you wanted to send it off, like, for example, I had a contractor come in here doing some stuff in the house, and I was like, do you want to get paid in Bitcoin or you want to get paid in cash? And he was like, cash. But so that's the thing too. Like, if you want to, if you're in a city that people like to get paid in Bitcoin and you feel comfortable giving your Bitcoin, which we don't recommend, then you can do Cash App. If you want to do Christmas, or if you feel like they don't know but they should have Bitcoin, just send their ass Bitcoin on the Cash App. What can they do? They're probably not gonna reject it. So go ahead and send them a little Bitcoin. I had to pay my friend, I had to reimburse her, and I told her I'm going to pay her half in cash and half in Bitcoin. So I sent half her cash on Cash App and half in Bitcoin. So that's just a little tidbit what you guys can do if you just want to, if you have people who are stubborn, they're not listening, but you want them to have Bitcoin, go ahead.
You always want to strong arm somebody.
Go ahead and send them Bitcoin via Cash App. It's really easy because every other type of crypto you have to send through a wallet, and they have to have a wallet. So that's not gonna work, you know.
But yeah, let's continue talking about this metaverse. It's the digital age right now. It was the information age that went by like that, because now it's the digital age, which is still encompassing the information age. It's unlimited information, but now it's the digital age. Once again, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, all of that stuff is just computer code and software. Like your favorite thing, Polygon, Popmatic is just software. We have to look at it like that, okay? Now we're investing in software, right? And that's fine. So now we're going to the metaverse. The metaverse has now enabled a new economy that's untapped. It's like when they found oil, it's untapped. They found oil before they started making cars, right? The metaverse is here, and it's an untapped economy, and that's why we're here. Now, the next iteration of it, so once again, the metaverse, for everybody to understand, basically is the immersive system, is the next iteration of social media. So now you'll be in a 3D space. This is how Nim is walking around her house. We'd be in our house with her, and we'd see her walls, her ceilings, her paintings, everything. And it'd be like our avatar would be right next to her. The problem right now with the metaverse is my avatar can't travel. If I have an avatar in Axie Infinity, I can't put my avatar in Sandbox, let's say. Those are two different metaverses. The money is going to be when we have a single avatar hopping from metaverse to metaverse to metaverse to metaverse, and it's the exact same avatar.
What do you mean? What do you mean, Mo? Can you explain that a little bit more?
Well, you know, your avatar is your digital representation of yourself.
Yeah.
So I need an avatar for Axie Infinity. Then I need a different avatar for Sandbox. Then I need a different avatar for Pavia. It goes on and on and on. But what they haven't been able to do, and what they're working on right now, is my one avatar can hop from metaverse to metaverse to metaverse. That my avatar, to like Twitter, like Instagram, you want it all the same. Every time you start a Twitter, you got to put a profile pic up. That's your avatar. But you put a different profile pic up, right? But you don't really want that. You want your one avatar, going back to what we was talking about with data. Your one avatar with all the data associated with them can hop around from metaverse to metaverse.
So
All
who's
right?
working on that now? But that sounds like an NFT, to be honest.
It's not your avatar is an NFT that you could even sell,
Yeah.
but it's not an NFT. It's your avatar. You're not an NFT. You're a real person. Your avatar is not an NFT. It's a real thing that represents you. You're not just going to sell you. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I think
So
you're talking about did you see that
the
little
clothes
post
your
I put
avatar wears as an NFT, though. Like this hat would be an NFT that your avatar wears. I can sell this hat as an NFT. I'm not selling my avatar as an NFT. My avatar is something you want to hop around. That's what I'm saying. This technology is so new, and that's the complaint people are having. They say, I got an avatar in Axie Infinity, but I need a new avatar in this. But my avatar in this, I can't have my mustache. What's up? You know what I mean? So it's so new, right?
Avatar, if they did it, you can still have an NFT that you can put in different, you know what I'm saying? That you can say is your avatar. You're saying that because this guy was on the Zoom, and I think you're talking about this. He was, he had his avatar. He was talking through. He was talking like his. I don't know if it was an avatar NFT, but he was.
Yeah, it was avatar.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think, like, to me, that doesn't. It's only to me. It's just a more in-depth NFT. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just. It looks like an NFT. It's just him, like, kind of moving and talking and using it to, like, you know, represent him or what have you. But how much are avatars now? Like 20 grand or something like that?
Nah, you create your own avatar. But let's go with your example. So the guy is on Zoom talking to an avatar. Now the guy goes on Google Meet, a Bluehost, right? He has to have a different avatar. The complaint people are having is they just want the same exact avatar everywhere they go. And that's the technology they're working on.
I got that.
Yeah.
What are the crypto coins for avatars?
Say again?
What are the coins? Do you know the crypto coins for avatars?
There's no real crypto coin for the avatar because everything is doing their own right now. It's like wide open, yo. If they could do that technology, it'd be crazy. And so anyway, my main point also is just like
I'm looking up crypto avatars right now.
Yeah, but my main point is like, so big business right now is exploring everything that a consumer would want out of the metaverse. So once again, that's why we do this. Why can't we think of the next big idea? Because that's what I'm saying. The avatar thing is what they're complaining about. There's other problems that's going to happen in the metaverse, and we're all creative. We're all smart enough to think about a next problem, and that's how you make money. You find a problem, you solve the problem. So think about, if you know the metaverse is here, you know it's an immersive 3D virtual reality world, what can you contribute to that world in order to make money? That's the bottom line, to pass to your generational wealth.
Joy is saying that she's getting a lot of feedback. Is everybody getting feedback? Because I'm not getting that feedback.
I'm getting mad feedback. Yep, she's right.
For me?
Mic check. Oh, nah. Now it ended a little bit. I'm better now. Joy, you better now? They was hating on me for like 10 minutes. That's what I was saying.
So this is crypto avatars. So if people want to.
Yeah, thanks, Joy. Lots of feedback. Is it good now, though, Joy? Go ahead.
So like I don't know, like you know, that looks like Ethereum or whatever. I don't know. I mean,
that's not no avatar, yo. I'm telling you, you got to get the Oculus joint. When you get the Oculus joint, your avatar is like half a body, and it's your face, and you design your face and all of that. That's not an avatar. You know what I'm saying? That's not the avatar you're going to be talking with. See what I'm saying? Like, look up Oculus avatar, and then you'll see like a half a body joint. Look up Oculus avatars. But what else was I going to say? Anyway, so the metaverse is programmable and is really gameable. So how Nim said earlier is no money in games, they said earlier. Now that's all the metaverse is. It's programmable and gameable. But it also has use cases. We can have a meeting. Like this IG Live is basically part of the metaverse thing, except we're not sharing the same space. So I'm in my space. Crypto K is in her space. Everybody's in their space. If we were doing this same thing in the metaverse, we'd all be in the same room looking at the same stuff, and we'd be looking at our avatars instead of, you wouldn't see my real face, you see the avatar. So that's the difference with this whole metaverse, because you could be anybody. I could be, if y'all watch Ready Player one of the main characters was a big, strong dude, but it was really a girl when you met her in real life. You know what I'm saying? So that's the other part about it. There's a lot of catfishing when it comes to this metaverse too. You know what I mean? And that's okay, because you don't need nobody to know who you are. You know, you don't want nobody to know who you are. That's why it's decentralized. That's why it's private. That's why you're protecting your data. You're protecting your face. Right now, they're collecting data on all this. That's why I usually record in the same room, so y'all could just keep collecting this data. I'm either in the woods or in the same room when I'm on IG.
So you like the avatar aspect of it because you don't have, it's like kind of like you don't have to tell people who you are kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you can have an avatar and you can use it across different platforms and nobody has to know who you are at all.
Yep, exactly.
And so that's your preference.
I don't have a preference. I was just mentioning what the technology is that the nerds are mad about. Nerds are mad because I want to go to Axie Infinity as my avatar. Then I want to go to Sandbox and hang out with Snoop as my same avatar, and I can't. I got to make a new avatar every time I go to a different.
But that's gonna be dope because you know what I can foresee. Just going back to my hip hop roots, I can foresee that. Hold on one second. Like I can foresee like rappers not even know, you don't even know who the rapper is. You can they can have an avatar and they'll be a famous
vibe on the music, right?
Like, you don't even know who this
rapper
vibe, right?
Is. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
So,
so
you can become a musician in the metaverse. You can have an avatar that people just buy into, like kind of like remember the Gorillas?
Mm-hmm.
And the Gorillas, all they did was like they just posted cartoons, rap cartoons. You never really knew who
they
were.
You never knew who they were.
And so like that's what it seems like it could be like. And I think that's kind of dope, but it's kind of scary too because it could be somebody creepy, and then you find out who somebody disappointed. Like, in
a bag, I got sunshine. In a bag of future. I forgot how that song went, yo.
That was
word. That was dope.
That was with Del the Funky Homo Sapien too. You know, that's
your Cali root right there. Yeah. I ain't heard that name in forever. Del the Funky Homo Sapien.
In the Midwest, we listen to a lot of California West Coast music. Like we were all up on NWA, Del, like Fireside, Alcoholics, you know, all that stuff, whatever. So
Safari.
Yeah, Safari, Casual, you know, all that stuff. So
shout out to the West Coast, shout out to the left coast. I'm New York to the heart, but got love for all.
So I was gonna say though, Midwest, Chi-Town, I gotta represent. So in any case, but I could see that happen in the metaverse or whatever. But all these things to me, like I know you say that it's separate, but I think avatars are just an extension and a more complicated NFT. Like it just sounds like it. But what was I gonna say?
Well, listen, NFT is proof of ownership. So you do own your avatar, but a real NFT would sell. So do you ever see a use case where you would sell yourself, your avatar? Quote unquote, besides slavery 16, 14, whatever year we came, 16, 19, you know what I mean? You wouldn't sell your avatar. That's why to me it's not an NFT.
I think they're going to, I'm telling you, they're just going to be a personalized, but that's my personal thought. A personalized NFT that's just more complicated because even on this avatar it's talking about NFTs and stuff because you can make an NFT out of your avatar, you know what I'm saying, and then you can just post it as your brand on your Twitter or whatever. But I was gonna say, I can see why some people might sell their avatar because like what if they create an avatar like a McDonald's like think about like Ronald McDonald. You can make an avatar for McDonald's, right? And then you could license the avatar out. Like it could be, you know, nobody knew who Ronald McDonald was behind his makeup and his mask and everything like that and his suit. So you could license him out. You know what I'm saying? And you have to license that brand out and that person. Just like for the Chicago Bulls, like the Bulls mascot. So I'm just saying in some cases I could see where you could either sell it or license it out or whatever if you're using it as a brand for your name and somebody wants to use that brand for something. Because think about it, like somebody be like, oh, I want to see you in Tokyo, and you might be tired. You have an avatar, right? You like, yo, you tell your
yo, that's the thing. You could lease your avatar. I would do that. Hey, Joy, do you still hear the feedback? I'm hearing the feedback again, Joy. You could lease your avatar, which is dope. You could borrow my avatar for your Japan conference for like a month. You can go on, you know, the Vegas, what do you call it, joint when Sarah's in Vegas, the residency. You can have my avatar for a residency. Yeah, they hating on me. It's me. It's them. It ain't never me. It's them. My Wi-Fi is good.
You sound like you're on Tron.
You do most of the talking. My joint's messed up. Oh, now they give me love. Now it's not messed up.
I don't know if it's near you.
It's Instagram. Joy is saying I'm coming and going. Somebody else said I'm half and half. It's no love, but my Wi-Fi connection is.
So John's on tonight. John, are you there? Michi said, see, I get it really delayed. She said, oh, load, not leasing. That's creepy. But I'm saying, like, say you don't want to be an avatar or you don't want to go to Tokyo, but everybody knows your avatar. You could easily be like, yo, take my avatar and pretend you're me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he said I look fuzzy. Okay, well, John, okay, so listen.
No, you been look fuzzy though. You was fuzzy from the beginning.
Oh.
So that's no problem. That didn't change.
So
But
John said he's in here and we were gonna put him on because he went to that Oscar party and he was talking about how
is John the art of JB3?
yeah, and he so I
All right, you're in.
to
Because
come
my
and tell
joint's
us
messed
about
up.
the Oscar
John,
party.
I'm pulling you in. John, we want to hear about the slap.
No, we don't want to hear about
the slap again. There's a slap across the world.
What up, man? Check this out. Let me take this out. I ain't got
You gotta get. Oh man.
I can't take this out.
Take it on.
I stand with Will. I'm about to
Yeah, man.
Domestic.
Thank you guys for having me on, man.
I love them both, so I can't. You know what I mean? I can't choose. I love both of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead. Tell me. Put us in your Oscar experience. Like, tell me, where'd you fly in from? I want to start from the beginning.
No,
Where'd you fly?
let me tell you. So one of my British friends, man, this is crazy because first of all, I'm gonna give y'all a shout out to your channel because if I had $1 million, I'd probably send that money to you guys so y'all can get on that public platform. But there's so much good information that you guys have been given that I've been learning. I've been sitting down and just being quiet. And Nimi know me, I like to talk, and we be done talking all day, but I just have to sit there and learn. I'm gonna tell you, man, y'all got some good stuff, man, and it's like, dude, if people could just hear what you're talking about, because people don't understand how the future's going, and it's Metaverse world. It's not, it's here, but my one-on-one personal relationships are there. But going to the Oscars, so I was hanging out with some Brits, and one of the British actors that I came out with, he is a real estate agent. So we got invited. It's like, so in the Grammy party, after they have pre-Grammy and then post-Grammy is when all the people that come in are basically whoever wins the show, they're showing up at the parties, they got their awards, and each production company is down at that particular, they're either in North Hollywood, but we were in Beverly Hills. So that was
ballin'.
Man,
Ballin'.
I got pictures I'll put up, and the whole time I'm smiling because people in the market were just, I mean, we're talking about a lady who actually was a fashion designer, but first was a real estate investor, and she was pouring in like 10 million into her home, man, alone. And it was just unbelievable how the money was going, and yet some of them still are in the cash system. But the young millennials are talking about it. So the CBD and the NFT markets, they're there, and they're funding a lot of these events. And people just converting that to cash because they're still not getting it. But I tell you, so my British friend, John Camelmack, was a BAFTA-nominated award-winning actor. And he's now turned real estate agent. My sister-in-law used to work with the same company. But anyway, he got there. And so all the acting, all the talent, we got there. And so the first night was honoring one of the Beverly Hills City Council. She's running for office. And she's like non-politician, Armenian woman. And I tell you, I can't say too much online because we had everything on the
video. Don't wait. Nim is already banned. So keep it light, please. Keep it light.
Yeah. For us black folks, I'm sitting there, and the many times that I'm quiet, I'm just observing conversation. And I'm observing things that are going on. And the young millennials, I'm telling this kid's 27 years old, and man, I tell you, the wealth was untold. And he figured it out. So there's a market where so here it is. I'll tell you this here. I sat there, and I'm the only black man in this particular party. He says, "Mate, what you think about Will Smith?" He said,
"This was this after the slap. This was after the slap, right?"
This after the slap.
All right, good.
So I'm not gonna say who the Brit was. He said, "Mate." So one of the other actors was there as well. Of course, they go to me because I'm black. They want to see how I respond. I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about marketing.
You represent every black person in the world when you're the only black person there. No doubt.
Yeah, man. And I'm like,
we're doing this because it's like they just want to know. A lot of times it's just to get your consent to talk crap, you know?
Yeah, and another brother was behind me, and the guys in there talking about the pandemic stopped the Beverly Hills police from from being in the office. So now they got private security. So now the police ain't going around, as they say, hurt nobody. I
No,
turn around to the
they
brother.
calling like that? They just shut the cops off and get private security? Man, I gotta get my money up. Go ahead.
What
I'm
happened
sorry.
about private security and cops?
Nah, no, don't worry. Just keep making your breakfast. Just go ahead.
It's dinner. It's past go.
Whatever.
So basically, what they're doing is the city is always cash rich. So guess what? They just hire private people, but the private security are us. So when we walk in and we move in, the understanding is the crime was low. There was no crime. So for a year and a half, no crime. So now everything's going down. And one thing Nipsey said, that video about how I got into doing cryptocurrency was Nipsey going to Amsterdam, and he said the first shall be last. And that's when I knew. I was like, man. So I'm in there, and the Brit says, let me tell you something. Now they already know about our culture. So he says, bro, you know how the streets, I'm gonna say it like this, bro, you know how the streets say, you know how the black brothers say, they say, real G's move in silence. Real G's move in silence. So he said, from the street vernacular, he says, Mike, you know me. I was from Brixton, and I know how to fight, bro. He said 50 Cent wouldn't let you do that, bro. 50 Cent would have pulled you to the side and pulled you, say, yo, bro, young man. Because he says, Will Smith is at a position, and everybody there kept saying, Will. He says, man, that man gonna mess his money up. This is what the white Brits were saying about, and this is specifically, hey, man, gonna hurt your money.
Yeah.
He bought the emotion of his woman when a man needed to be a man and said,
I'm not be honest.
No, let him finish. Hold on. Let him finish, and then you can go.
Because I don't want to get heated.
No.
Okay,
We want to know. No, hold up.
You're right.
Hold up. You are the host of the show, so you can override me. But I did just ask him about the Oscar experience real quick. Do you want to override me or no?
I'm not going to sit here and tear a black man or a black woman down. I'm just.
No, he's not. He's just telling what the white guy said.
I was emotional. I just think that like people get slapped every day. I went to a white school. They slap people and fight all the time, and they were. I don't know what these people are talking about, acting like this stuff doesn't happen only in certain places. People get slapped every day. I got slapped by my cat the other day because she was hungry. And I was
you gotta take it easy, all right? Listen, all right, okay. Let me host real quick while you eat your breakfast. All right, get to the meat and grits of the story. Then.
Meat and grits of the story is that, listen, John, there's a word that certain people use that we don't use. And I'm going to give it to you, whoever's watching. It's called, this is the word that the others use. Did he figure it out? That's basically taking you, if you're an NFL executive, and you're at the high position and make $500,000 a year, you're not proud in your environment because you're the status quo and you should be at this level. So anyway, the gentleman was like, I got crypto, I got this, I got that. And I was surprised that they had it. He says, we don't tell everybody that. He said, because we're trying to suck everything up. But he said, and because as a personal friend, he said, bro, get your crypto, get your so-and-so, collect that Bitcoin. Nimmy, you've been on that. But I think for the platform of where we are, the good thing about it was that I love it, bro. You know what I mean? And at the position is that we just got to keep on rallying. But the beautiful thing about it, two black men in our environment, somebody gets slapped up, guess what? We forgive, we move on. That's it.
We do, and that's what I don't understand. It's like they don't understand our culture. That could be something that happened, and people can make up in an hour and let it go. Like, you know, if they really try.
Yeah, I know. Hugging and playing basketball together in an hour. But that was on national TV, so it's kind of tough.
That's a different thing.
That's a lot of memes. That's every meme in the world right now.
That's all he was saying was, JB, I just know what 50 Cent did. 50 Cent pulled up to the guy. He knew the guy who knew 50 Cent. He said 50 pulled up. And you know brother talk slide. He went like this to him. And the guy was like this. Yes, sir. So
exactly.
So basically what it is that going into the market.
Question I got for you. What else? So they only talk about investing in crypto. Did you hear them talk about investing in anything else, such as real estate or gold, or was the main conversation crypto?
That was there because what I was there doing was dealing with, and this is the thing here. This is a picture of Michael Jackson I did, and with a bit of gold in it. See?
You did that?
Yeah.
You got some skill, my brother.
Yeah, John was on like our first show. Like,
oh man, that's hard right there.
Thanks, man. So this has
NFTs all day with your joints. Word.
And here's the thing.
I love it.
So what I did with this, man, to answer your question, man. Thanks, bro. By the way, to answer your question, is what I did was that I was there for the real estate companies to do art to be staged in some of the big homes, the luxury homes. So part of that was to have the digital canvas to rotate up to 10 drawings. So when you walk in the home, you don't just see one tangible physical art. You see a screen on there, like a Netgear screen. They load up the NFT, right? and as I load up the NFT is just scrolling all day, all the NFTs they purchase. So what we're doing is taking deceased celebrities like Monroe, Michael Jackson, and what they were saying is that a lot of millennials didn't really care about James Dean. They don't care about Malcolm X. So imagine me in that NFT space taking deceased celebrities, creating works of art by permission of the estate, and now guess what? I have physical and tangible art that can go to Sotheby's, Christie's, Bonham and Butterfield. So it's 5 major top art markets.
It's wow. John, you're breaking up to me.
No, it's breaking up from the beginning. So yes, it's all fucked up. I can hear you though. It's like a delay and an echo, but I can still hear you. Okay. I don't know if people gonna watch the replay, but they watching now. So what we gonna do? They hating on us. They've been hating on us, man. We can't talk this talk, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's I know you gotta like our words are powerful. Like it's fine. Like we're gonna get this information out because the energy is promoting us. That's why we're doing it. Like our energy is promoting us to share this information. It'll get out there. It'll break through all the negativity.
Because you know what?
What you're saying is that because you're breaking up, you're saying that you're doing like what we talked about before, which is virtual art and physical art.
Yeah. So this would be, let's say this is the NFT. Mm-hmm. The physical art, what I would do is I would put a red sachet here to differentiate the image right. Now in the crypto, it's this. In the physical, it's another art, and all I have to do is alter it by 30%, send it over, get it copywritten, and I have 2 images of the same image, but the only thing that differentiates is that red sachet.
Wow. Yo, I love that you used the I'm a numbers guy. Why'd you say 30%? You can tell me about the green eggs and ham, but go back to 30%. Show me the green eggs and ham real quick.
Bobby.
So the 30% is basically, the 30% is that when you alter an image. So basically, the image that I had of Michael Jackson was owned by another prior person within their archives of their estate. So what I do is I alter the image by 30%, and then I alter my own image through the NFT by 30%. So I change the image, and now it's all different images, and no one can deal with any infringement.
Now you're good.
Green eggs and ham. I didn't sell this poster, but what I did, I went to an Irish pub. And they said, John, can you read the book? I'll just read the book. And then instead of green eggs and ham, I put scrambled green eggs and ham. So I can post this, but I can't sell it. But I was able to make money off the back by doing a reading thing. And they said, hey, we'll pay you a certain amount. So this could be in the market. I would just have to take this image here. And this image here will be changed into something else. So there's a lot of things in the publication market that in the metaverse, there's so many different rules that don't apply because it's different. It's a long thing to explain.
It's brand spanking new. It's like us discovering America when it's all trees. We ain't chopped down one tree yet. You know what I mean?
Right. Look at this. I call it upcycle. So look at this old Spam container. Mm-hmm. I'm using it as a paint container. I'm putting it together and I hang it on the side of my canvas whenever I go out to the beach and paint ocean water. It's repurposed. It's upcycled. It's recycled. It's reclaimed. So that's what I'm doing is literally taking the business model of where the NFT is basically you're minting that one image, but now in the physical world is where Beverly Hills is because they're not caught up with the NFT market. They're pure cash. So now I'm able to take a celebrity, and one of the agents said, you know what, nobody really cares about James Dean in the millennial world, but a lot of women love James Dean in a certain timeline. So if you're born in the 50s, 60s, James Dean is the heartthrob.
But they're not going to buy NFTs. They're too old now to even know what an NFT is, unfortunately.
Yes. And so now in that market, I just leveraged that man's name in the physical world and released one NFT, but say the James Dean collection by John S. Barnes III, and then get permission from the estate. Now they manage, and this is a lot of information that is for us, and if you get out, just going to get out. Now Malcolm X.
They don't listen anyway. They don't listen to this anyway. Go ahead.
Yeah. So what I want to do, I'm going to send you guys, Nippy, I have to send your art to you. I'll send to you guys the Nipsey print.
Mo, speaking of that, Mo, can you see if OG Bobby Salmon would join? Because I want her to be on the art too. OG Bobby.
What happened? OD who?
See if she'll join. That's my bestie. OG
Yeah.
Bobby.
OD left. Oh no, OD's in the building. You want OD in?
OG.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah, OG. I invited him.
Hopefully,
I invited him.
And Michi's in the building too.
Real quick. What's your tip? Okay, I got mad questions. So I have to ask a simple one. If you put a piece of art as an NFT, all right, shout out. Real quick, how many NFTs? If you do one piece of art, how many would you sell? One of 500, one of 10,000? What's smart to you?
Okay, so in the space that I'm doing with the actual
you would do
the C celebrities, I would do no more than 10.
10.
No more than 10.
A lister is no more than 10.
Yeah, the reason why is that they want to create a scarcity business model for that person so that people can buy it. And you cut it off. So what a lot of companies do is that they take the stone and they make it embossed and they break the stone so that the people can see it'll never be released again. And it just brings it out.
Like the Jordans back in the day in a way. Today, no. Yo, so that's a jewel, y'all. Scarcity is the key. And that's why Bitcoin is the king, because 21 million Bitcoin is the highest amount that will ever be minted, and they already lost like 4 million Bitcoin. So now we down to about 17 million Bitcoin that anybody could ever touch. Anyway, all right, we got a new guest in the building. You could go do the introduction.
Yeah, we got this is OG Bobby. This is my bestie, so I love her.
I thought you was a guy, OG Bobby.
That's so funny. No, I'm a female, born and raised.
All right.
Yes, I'm from Atlanta. I'm my best friend.
We got the Midwest, we got the East Coast, we got the West Coast, and we got the South.
Too powerful. This is exactly why Nim gets banned. She got too much energy in one space. They just be like, you know what? They ain't do nothing wrong, but just ban them.
Bobby knows. She knows how to.
I get more than enough, and I literally have told everyone I can tell I have a house environment. I'm sorry. You said what?
Can you go somewhere quiet?
No, I have all my siblings. They were listening, so everyone was kind of like, everyone's kind of was really, engaged.
Can you hear me?
What?
I said it's hard for us to hear with the background noise.
She cut herself off.
Okay, let me step out.
There you go. You back. I can hear you. Go ahead, talk. Now you good. You good. Just quiet.
Oh no, her siblings. She got a lot of siblings.
It's because I muted myself and everyone's kind of hearing you guys ask.
You're great right now. I can hear you perfect.
Okay, awesome. Hello everyone. I'm a very, very newcomer. Kamari is actually, or Nem is actually the one who turned me on to crypto and everything of the sort, and NFTs and all of the greenery that I didn't know beforehand. I feel like I'm a good level 1 now. A strong level 1, which is really a lot because I know more than 80% of the people I know don't know pretty much anything about crypto. So I love having the opportunity to put them on. Some people in the room, they're joining now.
That's good. We got to get them on their trust.
Shout out, word up. Everybody in the room, follow me. All right, follow Moo Gutter Room.
His name is Mug
Gutter.
Mug
Gutter. No, it's Mug Gutter.
Huh?
Moo Gutter. Follow Moo Gutter.
Mug Gutter.
No, it's Mug Gutter.
Go look up me, yo.
Follow Mug Utter. You know what I mean? Whatever you call me, just follow me. Follow.
And for those who don't know, like John has commissioned work for a lot of very well-known people, like Layla Ali and things like that. And he was on our first show for NFTs.
Oh, that's awesome.
Talking about how he was doing NFTs. And Bobby's been getting into crypto and everything like that, and talking about DeFi and staking and stuff. But she was getting a little nervous when we were going through that really rough bear market.
I'm extremely nervous. I'm the type that's really reluctant when it comes down to getting into anything, getting my information involved with things, investing in things. Extremely, extremely nervous. I've started to make a few things, so I got a little excited, and that made me want to learn more. And I think the process and the terms and everything that's involved makes it a little bit more difficult, just because it seems like it's from a different planet, kind of, because it's so brand spanking new. And because it's so brand spanking new is another reason why I'm so reluctant, because, investing in something so new is scary. But I understand technology so much. I understand seeing the future. I just want to know what sort of control that I can have in this endeavor, as a mom as well. I know my kids, they're going to be living in a crypto world. I don't have them on social media, but I know social media, by the time they're at that age, is going to be way more in depth. And because I'm not comfortable with them, and even myself being involved in something like that, they're going to be behind the times or looked at differently, because they're not involved so heavily with that sort of world or the metaverse in and of itself. I don't see myself creating an avatar and being somebody.
Well, let me I cut you off real quick. You buy Bitcoin, number one.
Mm-hmm.
I got my kids.
I know that much. Thank you.
Yeah, I got my kids. My one is 6, one is 12. I downloaded Exodus wallet on the iPad. I brought Bitcoin and I sent it to their Exodus wallet, so they have no idea what's going on.
Wallet. Exodus,
like in the Bible, from the Bible, Exodus. And then I'm like, how much Bitcoin y'all got? And then they run to the iPad, like, Dad, look how much Bitcoin I have. They have no idea what to do with it, how to do anything with it. But I'm just putting that one word in their ear, because like you said, there's a lot of vocabulary going on right now that's above our heads. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot to learn. We're all learning. We don't know everything. That's why we're doing this, because we want people to shout us back out too and teach us. This is a community, you know what I mean? But do the Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin for yourself. Get your kids. Your kids already have an iPad or a phone, I'm sure. Download the app and then just send them some Bitcoin. That's step one, you know what I'm saying? And then you just keep going from there. I had to cut you off just because it does feel overwhelming, but it's not if you just take it step by step. But go ahead.
I think that's one of the biggest points I got from them, investing, even if it's just $10 a day. Which I've been doing every other day, sometimes 10, sometimes 50. Lately, it's been a little bit more. I've had a fun week, very interesting, lucrative week. So that was great. So I think since I learned that Bitcoin is limited, there's a certain amount. It's not like stocks in the sense that, it's subject to the company and, how they do. It's something that if it's bought, you own that, you have it, if I sell it, it's gone. It's not going to be reinvested into Bitcoin or the currency itself. So that's something that kind of makes me want to jump, and be more aware that that's what I'm doing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and that's all it is.
Let me ask,
it's currency.
Let me ask real quick, because John, do you have? I want to talk to Bobby too, but John, do you have anything else besides Bitcoin? Like, do you invest in other coins?
Hell yeah, he got everything.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, Ethereum. But I noticed that really listening to you guys, I think the last 2 weeks, I kept collecting it, and then I would pause, and then I'm sorry, your friend, is it Bobby?
Yeah, that's the one I told you I wanted us to do the picture together.
Yes. So I just want to show you. So I'll tell you like this. You know what's valuable when the recycling back dollars? You look at Wall Street, is that you have money, and it's so important now where black folk like us gotta appreciate it more. So it's like, oh my God, and it's forcing us to manage it. I look at it like one of a kind painting. I'm just showing it here. I did one of Nibby.
It's okay.
Look at the eyes. There's Swarovski crystals in the eyes. So guess what?
What those represent?
So basically, it was just a luxury thing to add.
Okay.
So what I'm doing is doing specific people, and so guess what? This is the one of a kind, and when I realized, like the Bitcoin, I said, okay, you know what? This is going to hurt, but I'm gonna keep a print for myself because I'm keeping a print of all the women.
That NFT.
So yeah,
I was like, I'm gonna make it for
No,
NFT.
I can't.
You know, look.
I'm gonna sell it tomorrow.
That's gonna be my
Listen,
avatar move. I'm gonna
yeah,
make
it just
That's
added
the
value
avatar.
to it.
That's an
You want to sell that?
I'm being
You want to sell that, or you want to keep that?
She's gonna keep
That
it,
is
but
so pretty.
yeah. So all the pieces that I'm doing now, this is one I did a Sade with Swarovski. So what I'm saying is, I have these one of a kind pieces, and what is going on is that I just said,
These are drawn.
hands
That's
on.
why I see why you said 1 out of 10 also, because you're right. It's too valuable to sell 10,000 of those. You know, it just
Yeah,
don't make
because
sense.
and you know what
10,000.
the estate said, if I do anything for like Malcolm X, so they run the estate of Aaliyah, Malcolm X, and they said, John, the family does not actively seek financing for their deceased celebrity, and no one really cares. Leah just re-released it. Now her name's back into it. So what I'm doing is resurrecting one of our heroes and bringing it into our current time. So I consider myself to be a time traveler. I jump into it. It was a blank piece, right? And then it turned into Aaliyah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm going to their estate to tell the Houghton family, say, hey, I want to do an NFT. I'll gift you the original if we do an NFT of 10. And they said because of the deceased brand of Aaliyah, the scarcity model is just to do 10 only and go up, get them so high.
That's
And
big
I love
game
that.
right there. That's a gem.
That's game right there. The scarcity model. I know. We said you read my mind. The scarcity model is a game. Word
now,
up.
you know, y'all? And then what you do, you create something that, because what I like to do is create a culture, is I take the stone that I used to make the emboss, like the kings would put their stamp on it. I would stamp each print, or I'll sign each print, and in front of, let's say, Daily News out here, I'll tell them and I'll report it. So I'm going to crack the stone. This means I'll never release it again. And you hear this audible crap. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Look what the artist did. And then guess what? I'm sitting there laughing. So now what I want to do, if I get, I'll be honest with you, if I get $10 million, I'd probably say, hey, y'all, let's put you on the platform. Let BET Live, whatever it is. Because my whole thing.
If you get $10 million, you're going to be like, yo, why don't y'all come to my island and party with me? I don't,
Yeah. Do the show there.
It feel like he's gonna go to Africa, just like in general. He's gonna build a water infiltration system in Africa first to like soothe his own soul.
See,
then he's gonna go to like
be
Dubai and party.
Nimi knows this. You know, the first time I met
I'm gonna drop
Nimi,
her link. Hold on.
I met Nimi in South France.
What is it?
So she knows I would probably do that.
That's hard. And that's why you're banned. From Cuba to South France. You're supposed to be in North France, okay? That's why they banned you.
We're gonna do the stuff live on the island.
That's a mad move because I've been like Cuba.
That's why they banned you. Because you went from Cuba to South France. You should have went to North France and they wouldn't have banned you.
Nah, but I'm just saying, man. You know what it is though? This is a safe space. You know, this is, and I told Nimi, I said, no, you guys should be protected at all time because this is some timeless information. I'm not saying it to flatter, but I'm saying like you just got your friend Bobby in.
That's genuine. That's the honest truth.
Yeah, and I have to feel that way. And you know what I realized this here? That's what I've been saying. I talked to someone the other day, and that's why I was quiet listening to the other folk tell me what I needed to hear. But there was one brother behind me who lived in Beverly Hills who pulled up in this Mercedes, and they're talking about the police shortage. We looking at each other and coded. You know, black folk got that coded message, and we said we already understand and we know. But that's the biggest thing is getting back to the Harlem Renaissance time. We had these meetings, but now it's virtual and basically build.
Yeah.
Like I love my people, man. I don't care. Look, we got the light skin to the dark skin, but we embrace everybody. That's how it has to be. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, man, when I listen to y'all,
light skin, dark skin.
That's real. And he's only saying that because he's comfortable to say that. That's what I mean. It's like this is a space where we can be comfortable enough to just say stuff and we know exactly what he meant. It's 52 shades of black.
Right.
Come on, yo.
Yeah,
and you know what I like about other cultures, and we got to wrap. So there's two questions I want to ask our guests. But what I love about other cultures like Cuba and Brazil, and they have a name for every shade of black. So we just say light skin, brown skin, dark skin. But they have like Haba, they have mulatto, they have Triqueñera, they have so many because there's so many different types of people in the African diaspora. But the question I was going to there's two things I want to ask our guests, but I'm going to say, did you guys know, and I think I sent this to Moo, I don't think I sent it to Bobby yet, but California, always pioneering, California has just determine who is going to be eligible for reparations. And it's anybody who can trace their lineage back to the 19th century.
Good luck with that.
What do you mean?
So Bobby, I know Bobby says she's multicultural, but you can trace your ancestors back to like 19th century slavery. You will be considered for reparations, your family. So that's California. And you know California starts pushing, the other states are going to start pushing.
Yeah, Ice Cube just got that going. Ice Cube was the one who talked to the mayor, and the mayor had a Bible.
Oh, Ice Cube, an apology by
shout out to Cube again in word.
I've always been a fan of Cube. Okay, the two things we're running over time that I want to ask our guests before we go. And Bobby, because all we see is like
Bobby. Can we get in the middle of the frame? Bobby, you got to do this, Bobby.
I'm actually Instagram does not work on my phone. I'm on my kid's iPad. I literally I downloaded.
Back up a little bit, Bobby. Back up.
Talking about
there you go. There you go. There you go.
I was gonna say that 2 questions. I have homework for you all. Okay, so John, I'm gonna ask you first because I know Bobby hasn't probably done this yet. Have you gotten your domain name on Web3 yet?
No, I haven't.
I didn't think so. So you got homework. It's 2 homeworks for everybody in the audience too. Is on Web3 you can download it through Opera. You can download Opera as a browser to get.
Shout out to Opera too. Opera's entering the space for real now. Word up.
And you can use also Brave. There's also new Web3 browsers now, like Brave. There's a couple. But
Brave. I got Brave. I'm not using Opera, but yeah, they enter in that space right now. It's not decentralized because I'm still using my Comcast to go on Brave, but it's almost there.
It's Opera.
So yeah, you can do Opera. That's the one I use, but you can do Unstoppable Domains on Web2, which is what we're using right now. So go to Unstoppable Domains. I'm talking to the audience too. Pick a domain name and just buy them. Just buy one a week, one every 2 weeks. Like I bought one called the Black Wall Street. I bought one called the Pizza Shop because I'm thinking like once Web3 explodes, you can own a domain name and somebody might say, hey, I want to have a domain name called the Pizza Shop. Who owns that?
The Pizza Shop is a dope ass domain for Web3. That's dope. You see, John, you could think of something like artists would like too. Because I brought 2 for $20.
They have a lot of NFTs, so John can do a lot of NFTs on there. So I'm just saying, you guys, your homework is to go to Unstoppable Domain and buy some domains. Whatever you think, it could be your name, ogbobbysama.nft.crypto. I would say do .x or .crypto. I bought a few. I'm going to keep buying more. So that's just, and the second thing I'll say before wrapping up your homework is choose another coin to buy. Like just start researching other coins, like any altcoin that you like I like ApeCoin. I just bought ApeCoin. But choose any coins that you like and that you've been researching and invest in another coin. But not too much. Because I don't want y'all coming back.
Only what you could have lose. What you would blow at the club. That's what I always tell everybody.
If you was going at the club, I don't spend money at the club. But I will also ask.
You are a girl, right? You get all free drinks, right? Good to be a girl sometimes. You know what I'm saying? John, everything was free at the Oscar joint too, right? You paid no money out of pocket, right?
Exactly.
Free liquor. Was it top shelf liquor?
The food,
was it top shelf liquor?
The charcuterie board, the wine, everything was all. I just had to walk in. Didn't even need a bath. They said, "Oh, you with the Brits?" And I even did like this.
Brits.
I'm from South London. He said, "Oh yeah, I figured you from Brixton."
I'm from South London. I just came off the tube, man. All right, cool. All right, Bobby, you got any last words? We about to sign out.
How much are the domains?
I'm looking at it right now. It's like $10. Starting
I paid $20
it could
for
be
mine.
10,
$5,
20, 80, 1,000. It depends.
Yeah, I paid 20. I got what I get? .dao and another DAO is 20, but the main one .x was like 800. I ain't get that one, so they go from like 800 to 20.
Oh wow!
But it's still a Web3 domain, like how we have .com right now, .net. It don't matter. It's a Web3 domain, and then you own it forever. Where if you buy a .com, you got to pay every year to like renew it. You know what I'm saying? Once you buy the Web3, you pay once, and it's yours forever.
I got one right now.
You brought your first one? I'm
about to do it right now.
You brought your first one live on All Things Crypto, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, Nim, sign us out, man. I can't. I want to hang out with y'all all day, but y'all get me in trouble.
Okay, Bobby.
This is my first time ever going live. I've never been on live on the internet before, so This is, I didn't even know what was going on when you asked me to come in here, but this happened. So thank you guys for having me. This was fun.
That's good.
Thank you for popping in. Some people don't even want to pop in.
And thank
For
you
real.
for popping in, Bobby. Thank you so much. We want you. I'm so glad you tuned in. When I saw you, I was so excited.
I literally downloaded this on the iPad just to, you know.
Good, because you guys can pop in.
I need it so bad. So yeah, and you know, you're so busy, so this is the only way I can get my crypto in now. God, you know.
Well, we can talk about it all next week when we're in Florida. We're gonna. Oh, that's the thing. We're gonna be leaving for Florida, so we'll have to do all things crypto in a car
on the road. Yeah,
it's gonna be real crazy. Wait, what did Grindin Groovin? He said recap home, please. What does he mean? What did you? Michi, hey Michi, I can't wait till Michi joins one day. But Grind and Groovin. He was like recap home. I don't know what he means.
Tell him no cap.
But
listen, y'all pull over on the road though. Pull over on the road, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Pull over at a rest stop, find a nice rest stop, get something to eat.
Homework.
I got a gift. I got a gift for you guys.
Okay, so
I'll send you guys 3 of my Nipsey prints.
So homework is this. Number one is
okay, to the host, to people in here. So the 3 of you guys.
Hey.
So yeah,
marathon continues. Word up.
Okay, before you hang up, he said recap the homework. So the homework is number one to the audience. Go on Unstoppable Domains. Go to Unstoppable Domains and purchase at least one domain on Web3. Unstoppable Domains. Go to Web3 and purchase one. The second is look into another coin besides Bitcoin, and then try to take, and then besides Bitcoin, and then try to look it up, research, and then buy just a little bit, even if it's $10. Just try to look at other coins like altcoins and look into them or what have you. So that's the homework. Look at other coins besides Bitcoin and buy a domain on Unstoppable Domains, even if it's just your name. Do .crypto, you can do .x, but don't do your name with .wallet because somebody will know how to hack you. Like if you put your name .wallet, then somebody knows how to rob you. So, you know, just be careful. So that's
don't use your government.
That's it.
All right. Yo, thanks y'all for joining. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to repost.
Thank you guys.
Word up.
Love
Read that white paper.
Yes.
Love you, baby.
All right, bye.
But dang, okay, John. What's